Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending this presentation of the rapid growth of electric infrastructure impacts on utility processes and systems of record. In today's presentation, we'll be covering the utility construction landscape, business impacts resulting from the rapid growth of infusion of federal funding, supply chain and asset traceability for electric, and an overview of Locusview's digital construction management application. Construction is booming out there. The federal government is pumping billions of dollars into electric infrastructure via the Smart Renewables and Electrification Pathways program. This funding is on top of your existing construction budgets of tens to hundreds of millions of dollars annually. These federal funds, along with your base budgets, will result in a massive amount of new asset installations throughout your T&D systems, with programs like storm hardening and undergrounding. Major utilities in North America are now undergrounding well over 40,000 miles of their overhead T&D assets. Rebuilding your current infrastructure to address electric vehicle charging and domestic heating and cooking load. Those old 60 amp services and 15 and 25 kVA transformers aren't going to support these new loads anymore. The installation and automation of smart switching equipment and circuit reconfiguration projects are to address load growth and system reliability. This new construction will have a dramatic impact on your operating systems, your systems of record, and asset mapping systems. And these systems now require high-fidelity data to perform effectively. And that's a big difference from what your current data requirements are. And what does that really mean to the utilities? Well, the potential for doubling or even tripling your current volume of work order closeout. Today's 2 to 3 month delays in updating your systems of record can easily grow to 6 to 9 month backlogs and delays. And what's the impact of that? Well, the quality and usability of your GIS and work management system data. You're going to be upending your digital twin models. ADMS will be starved for new assets and the associated data requirements. Your OMS systems will have degraded ETRs and damaged equipment predictions and potentially suboptimal switching procedures. All factors that drive your system reliability targets and metrics like SAFE, CATE, and MAFE statistics. Walkouts will be wrong, possibly endangering construction workers and the public. Delayed unitization and booking will directly impact your CWIP and AFUDC levels and your ability to recover your costs through your rates. In my earlier life, I sat through many a work plan meeting where budget managers came in with huge increases in clearing rates, driven by elevated CWIP and AFUDC levels. Overnight, projects and budget projections completely flipped from in the black to in the red, causing more than a few screaming division managers who just saw their bonuses vanish before their eyes. In addition to these internal changes, we have external changes to address as well. Manufacturers and suppliers have been unable to keep up with day-to-day material demands because of pandemic-driven supply chain staffing limitations, resulting in months-long increases in lead times. Add to that all of the new infrastructure building, and you have the perfect storm for supply chain issues. Manufacturers are ramping up production with second and third shifts and even forced overtime. They are sourcing new raw material providers and outsourcing manufacturing. These aggressive efforts may result in greater product recalls and/or defects. In-house and contractor construction crewing availability is another challenge to meeting these aggressive construction requirements. Issues like the availability of basic training in 2- and 4-year colleges or utility training schools, or apprentices leaving for better paying jobs out of state or with larger contractor companies are all impacting how utilities deal with their construction needs. Our work with customers and the Western Energy Institute has reinforced the idea that these outside forces are impacting resource availability for utility construction. And how do we deal with these issues? The solution: rapid growth and high fidelity data requirements are here to stay, and yesteryear's work order as-built closeout processes won't cut it anymore. Utilities must reimagine their work processes so they can succeed and thrive into the future. Digital construction management solutions provide automated collection of high-fidelity as-built data and installation without burdening the crew. And it's in real time. It eliminates the use of paper-based work order folders and packages, resulting in the elimination of mutilated and lost folders, or delayed journey back to the office where legibility and hard to find written details are scattered throughout the work order package. It supports contractor reporting, no longer relying on weekly or monthly meetings with contractors providing their best guess on project progress. You can see progress on specific dashboards that quickly paint a graphic picture of a project's status. You can track material usage and reconciliations during and at the end of the project. In my previous life at National Grid, I saw firsthand the quality of work order packages, the unreadable scribbled notes, and of course the Where's Waldo search for scattered data throughout the work order folders. And of course the reliance on snail mail to receive those work order packages through the mail. I would have given my right arm for an easy-to-use technology that would address these work order challenges. We've all got stories of failed field automation attempts, and some of you might even be rolling your eyes right about now. But Locusview successfully implemented digital construction management for gas utilities. We cut our teeth across North America with divergent projects and persona and users. Over a 5-year period, we partnered with GTI, R&D, and utilities to develop a proven digital construction management solution and instituted the ASTM marking standard with amazing results. Over 6,000 crews using the technology daily. 2.5 million assets captured at the time of construction, with 70% reduction in the time from field into GIS. A 20% reduction in crew field time for reduced paperwork. Over 40 utilities and 180 contractor companies are using this technology today. I call that a winning solution. Today, we are bringing this proven technology of supply chain and asset tracking for electric to the electric market, where the workflow pain points are the same as those in gas. A key to our success in gas was developing the ASTM marking standard for plastic gas assets. This is obviously something that's missing in electric, but Locusview is working with IEEE, EPRI, over a dozen electric utilities and multiple manufacturers to reprise our gas success and establish a universal ID naming convention and QR code for electrical assets. Our pilot project focused on underground electric conductors, and we're making good progress with our partners. We also previously established a proof of concept project. Last year, we worked with Southern Company, AEP, and Con Ed on a proof of concept to gauge the value of SCATE technology in an electric environment. Southern was experiencing some premature failures of a particular lot of splice kits supplied by Richards Manufacturing. We've all experienced the nightmare of trying to locate a few bad assets across our service territory, the proverbial needle in a haystack, an expensive and time-consuming effort. To tackle future problems, Locusview worked with Southern, AEP, and Con Ed, and Richards to create a new product ID and QR code shown in these images. We combined our high-fidelity, crew-centric field data collection technology and with the new product ID and successfully captured high-fidelity data and high-accuracy GPS location information. And now we have Southern, AEP, and Con Ed working with us in our underground cable project. So I left out a key phrase in the title slide, and that is, and what can we do about it? I've talked a lot of market trends and drivers that are top of mind for many people at this conference, but we are all looking for solutions. Before I tell you what you can do about it, first you need to rethink construction workflows in the context of DCM or digital construction management. How we solve it. What is this DCM and how will it solve our digital twin and system of record challenges? It's all about digitizing the piece in the middle. Utilities today are investing hundreds of millions in pre- and post-construction sides of this workflow. But how these advanced digital systems survive and keep up if they are being fed by legacy paper processes? That's where DCM comes in. We provide a solution that fits right in the middle of these digital bookends. Our digital construction management platform is purpose-built for infrastructure construction, used by all project stakeholders to seamlessly manage the construction process from planning through execution to closeout. And where does DCM reside in my utility? DCM fits between all the other work-creating systems at the utility and replaces the paper process of today. DCM works in parallel with your typical utility systems like GIS, Work and Asset Management, FSM, and is focused on the longer cycle planned construction jobs from a single pole or transformer installation or replacement to a complete underground residential development and larger projects. These are the types of work that are usually neglected or underserved by other systems. But you may ask, don't I already do this with other systems? Well, not effectively, and the software you're trying to use to manage the construction workflows don't fit the persona using them. And that's why they've been rejected by field workers for decades. And while you think paper works today, the shelf life of these legacy workflows is limited. We need to keep in mind that what worked for the last 20 years won't work going forward in the digital utility of tomorrow. With the DCM solution like Locusviews, we provide a unified digital workflow, digesting a digital job packet from graphic work design or work management, collecting all construction information digitally in a single application used by construction crews, and closing out all systems of record digitally, shortening the cycle time and closing work faster. To succeed here, we depend on powerful integrations. Our hardware, software, and enterprise-wide workflows are the key to the field user experience. And our philosophy is, if it's not easy, the field won't use it. I want to focus on two other integrations, GIS and graphic work design. The GIS systems of record feeds operational systems like ADMS. And our partnership with Esri ensures that this is properly maintained. So to wrap it up, it is clear that the legacy workflows of yesterday won't work for the digital utility of the future. Utilities have to do a whole lot more with a whole lot less. Digitizing construction workflows is the key to that. And that can only be achieved with a dedicated DCM solution. If you have any questions on this presentation or would like to discuss how DCM can be used to help, please contact myself, Bob Schultz, at bob.schultz@locusview.com, or Joe Arcuri at joearcuri@locusview.com. Thank you for your time and have a great afternoon.